Today I want to show you guys how to defeat the beast and all of his minions in the Binding of Isaac. So let's go. So this fight is quite easy if you know what to do. I have very low movement speed, so let's see how we do here. You would want to have a lot more movement speed than me. I have 0.8, just so you know. And I'm going to show you the patterns that I usually use for these bosses or for this boss. So first guy is pretty simple. I hope I don't kill him too quickly. And we just pretty much dodge his first attack by going in between his projectiles. Easy peasy. Nothing really spectacular to show you here. When he comes back into the screen, once again, we're just going to stay over here on the left. And once he kind of moves around like that, we're going to come around to the other side. So he's going to do the attack in a specific pattern here. He's going to attack directly left and right. So we're going to go diagonally up from his first attack. And then he's going to go diagonal. So we're going to go back down to straight next to him. So be very, look very carefully what I'm doing. He's doing it so quickly. So once again, first attack is going to be straight out like this one. Second attack is going to be diagonally up. So the diagonally up one, we're going to move down for that one, then up, then down, then up. Sometimes he only does diagonal attacks like that. I got very lucky, but I just wanted to show you all possibilities. Then we have this guy. Once again, we're just going to stay over here on the left. When he shoots this, we're going to move up to the top of the screen to avoid everything coming up from below. We're going to move across the other side of his green gas. I shouldn't have got hit by that. That was very silly. But we're going to move over again to the other side of his green gas. Don't be afraid to move through it as long as you're quick enough. And when he does this attack, just dodge it as quickly as you can. I can't really help you with that one too much. Then he does his green ball attack. You can destroy it if you're powerful enough. If you're not powerful enough, just do circles around it. Let it follow you, and you end up kiting it. Obviously, when he does this green attack, you move to the top of the screen again, and then he's dead. As you can see, I'm quite powerful. You might not always be as powerful as this. And we bring in the next guy, and he's going to be throwing a lot of bombs at us. So he's going to throw his bomb, and we're going to move to the top left or top right of said bombs. So we're going to stay up here at the top of the screen. This one, we're going to move down to the bottom, and we're going to get out of his way. I kind of want to show you a little bit more about what I was doing there with that bomb. So that bomb will shoot in all directions. But usually what I like to do is when he shoots the bomb, I stay to the left of it if I'm on the left side of the screen. And then I move slightly up to avoid the diagonal shots upwards. This next attack that I just paused on, perfect timing for a pause. We're going to move to the top of the screen. The fireballs are going to go on the left and right of us. And then we're going to move to where the previous fireball was to dodge the next one. So top of the screen. And then we're going to go to where the previous one was. We're going to do that again. And we're going to do that again if necessary. Then he's going to come back in. And I'm going to hopefully show you again with the bump. So I'm going to stay to the right of it. Then I'm going to move up with the attack. We're moving to the top of the screen. And whenever we get a chance, as I say, we're going to move over to the other side of him. I don't think he has hit us yet. When he moves into this phase, it's very simple. Just keep moving. Move in a big circle. This is where I'm going to be at my weakest, simply because I don't have very much movement speed. So unfortunately, we got hit twice there, which we shouldn't have. He's going to do attacks that generally are diagonal, so they're pretty easy to dodge if you're paying attention to your hitbox. The next guy is quite difficult, so I'm going to show you a couple of tactics about what I do with this one. He's going to spawn in. His things are going to move up in between them. So when he spawns them in, I'm immediately going up to the top of the screen in between the sides. I don't wait until they start moving towards me before I get out of there, because they're going to close that gap. He's going to do that 3 or 4 times, and then he's going to move into his next phase. He's going to pretty much just attack with a bunch of skulls. I'm going to stay in the middle, attack him as quickly as possible. If I can do enough damage quickly enough, his skulls will just disappear. Unfortunately, I didn't, so I'm going to have to dodge him a little bit. This is his main attack. So he's going to come in from the left or the right of the screen, and I'm going to just make sure I'm moving in the opposite direction and I don't stop. And then as soon as he comes in from, say, the right-hand side of the screen and I'm moving all the way over to the left, I move all the way back to the right because he's going to come in from the left. We have to figure out which side he's going to come in from first. There we go. And we're going to do left, right, and unfortunately, he died. Unfortunately, he died while I was trying to do that, but I think you just about got to see what I was talking about. He moves in for the left, you dodge, you move all the way to the left where he was, because he's going to move in for the right. Now we have the beast himself. So the beast is not too bad. He has some new attacks since the update. I hope I can do this because I've only got 3 health left. We'll try our best here, and we are quite strong, as you say. So we go in between these very easy. Sometimes they fall off. Be careful of the ones that fall off from above. None of them fell off at the moment. Then he's going to do this attack here where he's sucking in the flames. We're going to move. We're going to stay on the left side of the screen and move in between the flames. As soon as he stops sucking in, we move to the top of the screen to avoid the mega blast. Then we stay at the top side of the screen, let him move past us, and he'll come on our left side, and then we start attacking him again. You can start bombing him as well if you like. If you have really good bombs, you can do a lot of damage like that. So we're going to move, and some of these are probably going to try and fall down on top of my head here. If you're doing enough damage like I am, then he'll stop, and he'll start doing some of his wiggly attacks, his sperm attacks. Pretty much just dodge the sperms and get to the top of the screen, allow him to get past you. That's what I did there. I did it a bit quick, so you didn't really get to see. You can kind of see on his face as well if he is starting to take a lot of damage. And unfortunately, I'm down to 1 health now because of that. So unfortunately, I'm down to 1 health now because I got hit by those falling things. It's a pity I didn't have just 1 more health. There isn't really much else that he does apart from 1 big flame attack, which he's doing right now. And you just pretty much do the same thing he did with his previous minion. The flame goes up into the air and you move over to the left or right to dodge it. And hopefully you can see that it's quite a slow move. If he combines this with something else, that's when you know you might be in trouble. And unfortunately, I feel like we're not going to be able to finish this fight here for you today. So this is how you do kill him in theory. You just have to have a little bit more health than I did. I mean, we still have a chance, but if one of these things falls down, then we're not going to be able to kill him, unfortunately. There was a point where he would just endlessly do this if you did enough damage to him previously. But they changed that, unfortunately, where he no longer just does one thing. He does have a new attack that he's able to do if too much time passes. Now, honestly, as you can see, he's starting to speed up as well. So he never used to speed up like that. And we actually managed to do it on 1 health. We still had 1 health. It's actually crazy. And then you have a pretty cool ending. So thank you very much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.